This week, Instagram dropped a new ad format called testimonials as a part of their partnership ad offerings. So now creators can pin short sponsored comments up to 125 characters at the top of feed posts and reels. And this will be a great way for brands to showcase influencer endorsements front and center. All of the money talk will happen off platform, with brands and creators negotiating payments directly. And then on the other side, creators are going to have full control to track how their endorsements are being used, and they can even pull the plug on endorsements that don't seem to vibe. Instagram says this feature will be rolling out to all creators soon. Okay, let's talk about Google's shrinking search market share. Recently, it dipped below 90% for the first time in years. This week, Digiday covered how marketers and advertisers are starting to respond. We're starting to see more focus on diverse channels like TikTok and Amazon, and even emerging search platforms like Perplexity. And this is a pretty big shift. You have SEOs starting to optimize content for AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini. Brands are redistributing their paid search budgets, putting more money into social platforms, retail media networks, even YouTube. Google is, of course, still dominant, but that might be waning a little bit. So hit us up in the Daily Carnage Facebook group and let us know how you're getting creative, what new channels you may be testing, if you're writing for LLMs. We'd love to hear from you and just learn how folks are responding and adapting to really rapid shifts in our industry. And speaking of rapid shifts in our industry, the cultural chasm between Pepsi and Coke grows wider and deeper by the minute. PepsiCo and Coca-Cola are taking very different approaches to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Pepsi has confirmed it's scaling back its DEI initiatives, removing goals for minority representation. Meanwhile, Coca-Cola is doubling down on its commitment to DEI, emphasizing the importance of inclusivity, setting clear DEI goals for the future, such as achieving 50% women in leadership roles. I knew I was a Coke fan. Watching these two huge competitor brands be so clearly divided over an issue makes me wonder, as companies begin to navigate this cultural shift, whether or not DEI will become a really powerful differentiator on the consumer side. Certainly something to keep an eye on.